Good evening. As Father said, I'm here tonight to talk about, to kick off these Mercy Minutes as we enter into the year of mercy. And tonight I'm going to talk about the corporal and spiritual works of mercy. Now, there's a couple reasons we want to talk about them and why they're important. And the first is that when we think of mercy, it is easy to focus kind of exclusively on God's mercy towards us. But we need to go from simply receiving mercy that we get from God. It's important that we do that, but we need to go from receiving God's mercy to extending it to others and giving mercy to others. So that's one reason. The other reason that we're going to talk about the spiritual and corporal works of mercy is because mercy in and of itself can be kind of an abstract concept. And focusing on these lists of works of mercy can help us to make the concept of mercy very real and concrete and help us to actually put mercy into action. So, before we look at exactly what the spiritual and corporal works of mercy are, let's talk really quickly about what mercy is. Now, according to the world would kind of see mercy as maybe stopping a punishment or stopping hurting someone when you could hurt them or you could punish them. An example might be a judge might show a prisoner mercy by giving the prisoner a very light sentence or no sentence for his crime. And that is an example of mercy, and that's a good thing. Mercy is good in that way. But the Catholic Church calls us to a deeper understanding of mercy. Just as like when Jesus said, the commandment was, you shall not kill, but I say to you, do not even hate your brother. So the church calls us deeper. So just as the world might see mercy as not punishing someone who deserves it, the church calls us to actually not just avoid hurting others, but to actively help them in their need. John Paul II said that mercy is action taken in response to suffering. And I think that's a great definition. So if we think about that, mercy is action taken in response to suffering. Now, given that, we can look at the spiritual and corporal works of mercy, because those are lists of just specific things we can do, specific actions we can take in response to other people's suffering. So the corporal works of mercy are things that help people physically. Corporal comes from, like a corpus, body, referring to the body. So the corporal works of mercy help people in their physical suffering. And here's what they are. Here's the list. Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, visit the sick, visit the imprisoned, and bury the dead. Okay, so those are very specific things that we can do. I'll read them again. Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, visit the sick, visit the imprisoned, and bury the dead. Okay, those are the corporal works of mercy. Now the spiritual works of mercy, if the corporal works of mercy are things that we can do to alleviate physical suffering, then spiritual works of mercy, it makes sense, are things that we can do to help those who are suffering in their mind or in their spirit. The list of spiritual works of mercy is as follows. Admonish the sinner, instruct the ignorant, counsel the doubtful, comfort the sorrowful, bear wrongs patiently, forgive all injuries, and pray for the living and the dead. Okay, so that's a lot there. Let me just read them one more time. Admonish the sinner, instruct the ignorant, counsel the doubtful, comfort the sorrowful, bear wrongs patiently, forgive all injuries, and pray for the living and the dead. Now, there is just a lot here, and we could talk for a long time on each one, but I will show mercy to you and not go into detail here. We just don't have time. But those are things that we can do. And just want to say that these works of mercy have been hallmarks of the true church throughout history. Okay, Christians have always been known for their great acts of mercy. I recently met a new friend who had grown up in Africa, and he's Protestant and has not had a chance to make a lot of Catholic friends or know a lot of Catholic people. But he said in Africa, he knew that the Catholic Church spent a tremendous amount of time and effort helping people, that is just what Catholics were known for. And I thought that was just very interesting. And so this is kind of who we are. And so in conclusion, mercy is action in response to suffering. Let us receive God's mercy, let us rejoice in it and accept God's mercy, but then let's turn and offer that mercy to others. And Let's try to put into practice as often as possible the spiritual and the corporal works of mercy throughout this year of mercy. Thank you.